Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be commentating over another live match. This one is going to, let me just change. This one's going to be me on the left here with the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX Jirachi. So we're a straight build, not really playing it with artillery. So I'm on the left here with Urshifu Artillery, and my mom here is on the right with ADP Zacian. Is going to be the same list that won the Taiwan regional championships. It has the escape ropes and wishy-washy in it. And I believe my mom is going first in this game. We rolled the dice. We didn't really we didn't really signify who was going first. Here we shake hands. Okay, so it looks like I'm going first. So I'm starting things out with a quick ball, discarding that Pokemon communication. I would probably be go ahead and getting a Rapid Strike Urshifu V. So I can start attaching to that and getting my VMAX. Rolling that is exactly what I do. I get that Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Looks like I do have a Stone Energy in hand, as well as the VMAX for the next turn. So I'm probably just gonna Stellar Wish here and grab something off Stellar Wish and then pass the turn. And see if my opponent, my mom can pull off a Terminal to Creation with this hand that she has. It's like I'm grabbing a Scoop of Net off the Stellar Wish. And I accidentally put it in my discard pile. I correct that later. That is supposed to go in my hand because of Stellar Wish. It goes in your hands. So I'm going to pass it over to my mom here. Looks like she's deciding what she wants to be doing. Looks like I have Eldegoss, Communication Switch, and VMAX in my hand. Click on a Quick Ball and discarding Metal Energy. And get her ADP out. Now this is a misplay that we talked about after the game. Is she discards the metal here a Quick Ball, but doesn't have another energy in hand to attach to ADP. So that's like one really big misplay. I think that ultimately can cost her the game. But so she plays a Quick Ball, gets her ADP, and probably Oh no, never mind. Has energy in hand. Never mind. I believe that's the next thing, but I'm not sure. She's probably just gonna attach Intrepid Sword depending on how good her hand is. I'm gonna play the Escape Rope too. So that Escape Rope is gonna force me to find another switch. She knows I have Scoop of Net in hand, and you can see I just put the Scoop of Net in my hand. She knows I have Scoop of Net in hand, so she wants to prevent me from getting the Gale Thrust so easily, and it's gonna Intrepid Sword for 0 energies. Played a Metal Saucer earlier, that's why there's an energy on there. So looks like I'm just going to evolve into my VMAX. But looks like we saw, I do have Switch in my hand. I'm just going to Stellar Wish and grab myself a Professor's Research here. Going to play Pokemon Communication. I'm actually going to slow this down. This is a little fast. So I'll play the Pokemon Communication, put in the Eldegoss, and get out the Jirachi GX. Just want to thin that from the deck. Because it will not be of use, and it's something I don't really want to have on my bench in case of a Molowa. So saving that Eldegoss for later and grabbing out that Jirachi GX here. So yeah, Air Balloon onto the Urshifu, and then just going to scoop up at the Jirachi, research, discard that Jirachi GX. But now I'm able to do 150 damage with my Gale Thrust here. So 150 damage onto this ADP. Yes, I'm going to play another switch here and go ahead and use Stellar Wish. Oh no, I don't play the switch. I retreat with the Air Balloon. That's just one. This guy Stellar Wish into another switch. So yeah, there's a Scoop of Net in my hand. So right now I have 2 switch in my hand, I believe. I'm gonna bench it once again. I could keep going for Stellar Wishes here, but I could also just play it safe and just attack here. I don't really get a good view of my hand, so I don't know if I draw supporter, but yeah, I'm just gonna Gale Thrust, deal 150 damage to his ADP, and it's now just 1 more Gale Thrust away, or a D-Master Rapid Flow plus Scoop of Zigzagoon away from being knocked out. So there, yep, there's a Crushing Hammer. It's like I have Research, Crushing Hammer. No, I don't think I have Crushing Hammer. I don't think I play Crushing Hammer. So let's see. So yeah, the Crushing Hammer that she plays hits heads, and she's going to attach an air balloon to the ADP and then Energy Spinner, which means you will be able to get off the Alter Creation GX here. So yeah, driving the Metal Energy with the Energy Spinner. We'll be able to Alter Creation and make her attacks to deal an extra 30 damage, and or take an extra prize card when she takes knocked out. Now you might have noticed I've been playing it pretty safe and not benching any support Pokemon here. That's because I really want to force her to go through 2 VMAXs if I can. Like at best a VMAX and a support Pokemon, but hopefully we can make her go through 2 VMAXs, and that's also not why I'm mentioning support Pokemon here, just so she can't go boss game like ADP usually does. Looks like she's just playing a quick ball, discarding that boss's orders, and grabbing a Dedenne GX. And can't imagine what she would be digging for. Maybe a couple metal saucers and some metal energies. Put the Dedenne hand and just going Alter Creation GX. So it looks like I'm going to retreat with the air balloon and then use Stellar Wish to grab a Pokemon Communications, put it in my VMAX, and maybe grab out another V. So yeah, so I'm going to grab out another Rapid Strike Urshifu V. I'm going to start setting up another VMAX here. So just could have met the Jirachi will guarantee me the Gale Thrust if I have an energy in my hand to knock out this ADP here. See what I'm going to do. Probably just be, I just want to research a way to switch a Cheryl, Jirachi, and Tower of Waters. So yeah, find the energy, find the Rapid Strike energy, and an air balloon onto my bench Urshifu V, and I will just use Gale Thrust, deal 150 damage, and take the knockout. My mom just has to promote Zacian with 1 energy. Needs a lot this turn if we want to get a knockout. So I have a Mimikyu, Galarian Zigzagoon, Marnie, double research. Yeah, so it looks like she's just going to quick ball, discard a Metal Saucer. Finds a Zacian. But at the very best, she's going to get off a Bird Blood here. At the very worst, you can hopefully get off a Brave Blade here. At the very best, you can get off a Brave Blade on my bench Urshifu for the V. And so she can manage to get off knockout with Urshifu V on Urshifu V, and that means that she can eventually go for Mawile, but no, she's just going to Professor's Research. And she does attach the big Charm to the Zacian V, which is kind of a big deal. It means they can't double GMAX Rapid Flow. And as my board state stands, she's not going to be knocking out this VMAX anytime soon, which means if she doesn't hit any more Hammerheads, then I'll have the energy tempo to just potentially go double VMAX Rapid Flow for the game. So this is going to put in the Chaotic Swell and then resistant me to 3, which could potentially stunt my game here if I don't get VMAX energy or a way to draw some cards. Like there's a Metal Saucer into the bench Zacian V, but not one onto the active. I'm just going to use the active Intrepid Sword here and finds an energy. So Zacian never gets knocked out, which means that she'll be guaranteed a Brave Blade next turn. She has Boss in hand, and she's guaranteed a Brave Blade next turn to whatever she wants. So just going to attach the Stun Energy to the benched one, and then research away Jirachi and Eldegoss. Got myself 7 cards. If I find a VMAX, I can retreat to my benched one here and get off an attack. So I'm just going to bench Lances Lagoon and hit this active here, just in case I do want to go for that double G-Max Rapid Flow. But yeah, so just kind of deciding it's fine because she's deciding it's fine to bench a support Pokemon because she is far behind in the game. That will be okay to start benching those support Pokemon to help accelerate my win here. Looks like I'm just going to retreat. Bench Lances Lagoon. Earlier, I can retreat into it and now just Scuba Med it. And then use Gale Thrust for 150 damage onto the Zacian. So let's see what she is going to do here. Looks like I have a Rapid Strike energy in my hand, so I can attach that to a Pokemon next turn. Can attach to the bench the Zacian V. And I'm just going to Brave Blade my active Urshifu VMAX. Now, if I have Boss Energy, okay, so I do have Boss Energy, and that will be game one because I can G-Max Rapid Flow, knock out the Dead Name for weakness, and Zacian. That will be game one. A Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX taking the win there. Just ADP Zacians just kind of fell apart after the ADP knockout. Just wasn't able to get up and rolling again. So that is unfortunate for my mom with ADP, but Urshifu just being able to do attack that 2 shots all over Pokemon most of the time. And it's not even counting learning with an attack that costs 1 energy that 2 shots all over Pokemon. It's very difficult to take a win, especially if either A, your opponent doesn't bench next to support Pokemon, so you can't go boss game, or B, you don't hit Mawile, because Mawile I think is the really big thing that's going to put my mom here with the ADP Zacian back in the game. It will allow her to be able to go boss game and kind of disrupt me from just going, I'm going to do 150 damage each turn, deal with it. It's like I have Jirachi and a Rapid Strike Urshifu V in my hand. Do I have an energy though, so I can attach it there. I'll only play 9 energies, but you don't need to get an energy attachment down every single turn, so 9 energies is fine. But obviously an energy on the first turn is nice when you do have it. So it looks like I accidentally dropped the energy. Let's see. So Quick Ball. Discarding another metal energy, so the same start as the last game. And getting ADP, so same start as the last game. I believe this is the game where she doesn't have a metal energy in hand to be able to attach to the ADP, and that is the big misplay that we talked about at the end. I suppose that she can hit off Intrepid, but that's not really something you want to rely on if you're going first with the ADP. You don't want to rely on hitting Intrepid Sword when you play 8 metal energies, and a couple of them could potentially be prized. You see, it's like she's contemplating what she wants to do here. And I wouldn't be surprised if I just saw Intrepid Sword. Maybe the Dene. She has it in hand to find energy. They're just going to Intrepid Sword. And there's nothing else to do here. And doesn't hit him on G. So I'm going to immediately bench the Rapid Strikers for V. Stellar, see what I can get here. Looks like there's an air balloon in there. And I'm deciding what will help me the most here. It's like I decide to research so I can guarantee this turn draw cards without having to bench this Pokemon that the ADP deck can capitalize on. So I'm going to Galarian Zagoon, hit the ADP. This will allow me to go EMS Rapid Flow plus Gale Thrust Knockout if I would like. And research by Jirachi DX, Switch, Fighting Energy, and another Jirachi. And if I have another Jirachi, Stellar Wish in my hand, I'm going to bench it. So I have another one, so I have 2 of them. And I'm not sure why I just retreated there. Oh, no, okay. I used Strafe. I used the attack on the regular Urshifu V, 30 damage, and switch. So it's like I used Strafe, did 30 damage, and switched into my Jirachi. That's what I did. If there's no Tower of Waters in play, I wouldn't have been able to just plain retreat. And test the Metal Energy to ADP. Probably top decked it. Yeah, this is where we're talking about. Shouldn't have discarded that energy of Quick Ball. Looks like there's an air balloon down onto the Zacian here. But since she attached some energy for turn, it means there is no chance that she'll be able to get off an Ultra Creation. We need to be able to attach that water energy for turn. Just gonna play another Quick Ball. Maybe get out the Dene here. But maybe just like a Wishy-Washy to retreat into Intrepid Sword. Would be something probably worth it. Then get into Dene. So decides that he wants to draw more cards this turn before ending your turn. Yes, so it's going to retreat into the ADP. Middle Saucer. I don't really like it treating into the ADP, at least we also talk about this too, is a lot of the time the mistakes I see ADP players making in both tournaments and on ladder is that they preemptively retreat into ADP and this Intrepid Sword. That is almost something you should never do because one of the main ways that ADP decks lose is that their ADP gets knocked out right after their Altar Creation and they don't have the board state to recover. Sorry if you hear some clinking and clanging outside, but so preemptively retreating into ADP is a huge misplay that I see a lot of ADP players making, and it is definitely not something that if you do play ADP, just don't do that because that is something that can sometimes just lose you the game. Looks like I'm going. So yeah, she just goes Resistant Me to 6 and then Intrepid Sword, and looks like I play Pokemon Communication. I believe I don't know what I put in the deck here. Let's just go back a little bit. Here I'm shuffling for Resistant. Yeah, she Intrepid Sword hits Metal Energy. And here it's my turn. I draw. Play the Pokemon. Okay, so I put in a Crobat. Put in the Crobat and get out my VMAX here, which means if I am able to Stellar Wish and just Net, and I'm able to draw a switch, then I'll be able to hit the ADP for 150. This is something that you just don't want to preemptively switch into the Zacian. If you let your Zacian get hit, it's fine. Well, ADP decks are okay with their Zacians getting knocked out in one turn. It's even better if you can get them not knocked out in one turn, if you can get knocked out in 2 turns. So it's okay if you just leave that Zacian inactive. It's like on a Pokemon Communication in a Eldegoss and get out another Rapid Strike Urshifu V. It's like I'm just going to attach Air Balloon to the Jirachi, so I won't need a Stellar Wish because it won't be asleep. I can just regularly retreat with the Air Balloon that's attached. Which will guarantee me the attack. Looks like I get an energy as well as a Telescopic Sight and retreat. And then Gale Thrust. No Gale Thrust yet. I'm deciding if there's anything else I want to do this turn. I'm just going to Gale Thrust. Do 150 damage to this ADP and set it up for potentially a GMAX Rapid Flow knockout next turn. So I could go Boss on Crobat and GMAX Rapid Flow, hit ADP and Crobat, and knock them both out. So if I have a Boss in my hand, or something like that, or the Dene maybe if I, because 5 prize cards is such a huge lead, then that could be a play that I'm looking for. So let's spin a Quick Ball and get out a Zacian. And yeah, just gonna alter creation GX here. And now, if I have a boss, I can Gmax Rapid Flow for 5 prize cards. KO the crap out with Weakness, KO ADP. Looks like I'm just gonna Gmax Rapid Flow, hit ADP, and hit Zacian. So I don't have the boss in hand, but I'll be able to hit ADP for 120, but hit Zacian for 150 because of the telescopic set I have attached. So she's going to promote the Zacian here. This fine has an air balloon, and it's only 1 energy away from being able to attack. She has a way to draw cards. All she needs is an energy and a. All she needs is an energy and a boss to take a knockout on the Urshifu. Looks like she just plays Mawile. And there are 3 Pokemon in hand: Kricketune V, Empoleon V, and Mimikyu. So she's reading the cards here. A lot of them are new, so that's why she is reading them. I believe she decides to put down Empoleon and Mimikyu. I think, I'm not 100% sure, I don't exactly remember. So yeah, she's gonna let me bench the Mimikyu and the Empoleon and keep that Kricketune in my hand, which is a way that I can draw cards, and she's not something that I want. That is not something that she wants me to have access to. So she's gonna Dedenne, discard a Wishy-Washy Energy Switch, leave Research, and a Water Energy. Well, she did attach Vitality Band to that bench station earlier. Probably not going to have any relevance, really. So let's see. So then on Marnie, so that means no boss. This turn we'll have to hit the Urshifu once again. It's definitely a big feel bad. A lot of decks don't want to hit the main Pokemon. They just want to ignore it and get a hit onto a support Pokemon or a little Pokemon for 2 or 3 prize cards. Sorry. It's like I have the VMAX for the benched one. That is no longer a way to take 3 prize cards. It's going to attach to the active retreat. And just use Gale Thrust, 150 damage to knock out the Zacian. And now, if I have a boss and an energy, then I can just win the game. I can retreat into the other once again. Boss, KO Dedenne, or Crobat. Looks like I don't have it, but I do have a Dedenne. And if I want to dig for it, if my bench gets cleared up. So Metal Saucer onto the Benchization here. Now I also do believe she decides that she actually wants to Metal Saucer onto the Mawile because it can attack her cheaper and it will effectively do the same thing because she's not, but probably not bossing up a support Pokemon this turn. So she's reading Mawile here. Yeah, so she decides that she wants to move it to the Mawile here. Going to Escape Rope. I'm deciding what I want to put up. Decide to put up the Mimikyu. I'm okay if that gets knocked out. I just don't want to knock out something for maybe 3 prize cards. But the VMAX is there anyway, so I'm basically on a clock. Am I going to be able to win before she's able to take a boss next turn? So that means something will be knocked out, which means I will be able to deny and try and dig. So I probably promote Jirachi here. It has the ability to Slow Wish, but also the ability to retreat in case I need to and not Slow Wish. A Quick Ball and discard a Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Kricketune V, I believe I'm just thinning my deck here. Yeah, Quick Ball, discard Kricketune. Getting out more useless basic Pokemon I'm not going to need, so it looks like I'd get another Jirachi. Shuffling up the deck, and yeah, just going to the Dedenne. Discard Marnie, Jirachi, and something else. I believe another Rapid Strike Urshifu V. I'm going to Stellar Wish, and if I find the boss, there is the boss. I believe I have the, yeah, so I'm going to boss Crobat. And if I have the way to switch, I can switch into the Urshifu. Yep, so there's a switch, and I'll be game, and Rapid Dark Urshifu will take the set. Pretty interesting. ADP a lot of time just failed to set up after the ADP got knocked out. Definitely a big misplay was attaching that energy, or discarding that energy in the second game. Should have attached it and guaranteed that attachment. But other than that, that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I do a whole bunch of Pokemon trading card game deck lists and game play stuff like this. Yeah, for now, that is going to be it. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next